Shout out to the fam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're not rocking with the Sports Cone with Big Q and the guys. We have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightened sport talk from your favorite sports fam. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you for being in this quick flash report, man. We're going to talk about a lot of these topics that we're going to cover more in depth on our Patreon special tonight. So just wanted to hit you with some of the news on Cut Day on this Tuesday episode of the Cone. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the share button as well. Here we go. Saints roster cuts on the move, man. Today they begin kind of pressing the team down. Of course, we had that time frame where the Saints supposed to will it down to 53. They released 14 people yesterday, which left 23 today. And they had some interesting moves the Saints have made. But anyway, let's get some of them out of the way. They released safety Terrell Burgess, no surprise there. Wave Elliott Davison, defensive end for Dale Diggs, kind of a little shocker there. He did well. Nephi Sewell and kicker Charlie Smith. They also released veteran wide receiver Dante Pettis. So Pettis, the return man, they released him, but it's definitely going to be a guy that's going to be headed toward the PUP list. Among others, Saints will place Taysom Hill on the PUP list. They announced that Kellen Moore during the press conference, which means he'll be on there. Both him and Foster Moreau are both headed toward the PUP list. And like I said, we probably won't see those guys for a while. Looking at maybe around week number 5 to see where we are with both those guys. I don't know why the Saints just don't go after another tight end. Maybe they are over the next couple of weeks heading into the start of the regular season. And, of course, the rest of the trades up is like I talked about the Taysom Hill and added to the PUP list. Defensive end Jonah Williams, according to Nick Underhill, was released. Offensive lineman Easton Kilty. Offensive guard Easton Kilty has been waived. Defensive tackle Jayden Peavy has been waived as well. Saints plan on releasing veteran running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who could ultimately probably end up on the practice squad. We'll see. The Saints place a couple of offensive linemen on the IR. They placed offensive tackle Barry Wesley on the injury reserve as well. We heard that. The Saints waived cornerback Rico Payton, a little surprising there, putting Rico Payton, waving him. The Saints released DeMarco Jackson. That's what was one right there that we thought should have happened. But ways to go, they released him. I think the biggest surprise of cut day was the Saints releasing quarterback Jake Haener, third-string quarterback. They released Jake. You put him in the street. If he clears waivers, more than likely the Saints add him to their practice squad. But that's by far the biggest and surprising cut of the day. That gets my winner vote. Jake Haener gets cut, man. I didn't think the Saints would do that. Saints waived rookie running back Marcus Yarns. No surprise there. They released offensive lineman Shane Lemieux, who was dealing with some type of ankle issue. They released him. Saints waived cornerback safety Dallas Beanham. They did that. The Saints put Landon Young on the IR as well. So it's a couple of tackles the Saints put on the IR. Very interesting. The Saints also waived wide receiver Kevin Austin Jr. The Saints placed defensive tackle John Ridgeway III as well on IR as well. And the Saints released Isaiah Foskey. Shout out to the family members out there who talked about it, man. The Saints did it. I didn't think they would do it because of the fact that I didn't believe that they would release Isaiah Foskey because of the punch that they would take from drafting these defensive linemen and not getting much out of them. But shout out to the family members, man. You guys nailed that when the Saints got rid of Isaiah Foskey. They didn't hold on to him or DeMarco Jackson. So it kind of showing a change on how the Saints conducting business for real, man. Saints waived tight end Trayton Welch. Now, I thought Welch would make the team. They didn't. They put him in the street as well. They waived wide receivers Roderick Daniels. They waived the defensive end Jaseen Davis. They did that yesterday and a few others. So that's a couple of ones to report that the Saints have done. And also the report upon a trade right now. And there are various rumors circulating about the New Orleans Saints looking at getting things done in the trade market. The Saints could possibly be looking for getting some help there as well. So we're going to see how that all plays in this move. But there is something to talk about. The Saints did make a trade for an offensive lineman. They picked one up from the Dallas Cowboys of all people. According to Adam Schefter, Asim Richards. The Saints trade for Asim Richards, a 24-year-old tackle entering his third year after being drafted by the Cowboys in the 2023 draft, 5th round. The Saints had nobody on the roster behind Kelvin Banks Jr. and Tali Fuaga, so they really needed depth. And in this case, they got a pick back by swapping the 2028 6th-rounder for the Cowboys' 2028 7th-round pick. And, that's a win. So anyway, the Saints add a young tackle there that wasn't there before, a couple of these guys. So the Saints, basically, man, we're going to get into it in more depth. The Saints have done a really interesting thing right here. They have pretty much reformatting the backups. We know Luke Fortner. We know Terrell Sally Simpkins is going to make it, but Easton Kilty and all these other guys, Landon Young, all these other guys that were on the team, all those guys, 2 of those guys on IR. Feel free to share the show on your social media feed, man. Listen, we'll talk about these articles more in depth on our Patreon special tonight. So listen, fam, very eventful day for the Black and Gold as they continue to build. The staff will go over and break down the depth chart and go over the latest news, notes, and rumors. With that being said, I'm going to get on the body here. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and by all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. Big Q in the Sports Coma. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Peace, and who that to you, man.